Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today, I'm going to be talking about the Stage 2 challenges for North America, EMEA, Korea, and Brazil. I think in a later video, maybe tomorrow most likely, I'll be doing my pick'ems for North America, EMEA, and Brazil. Korea, I don't have to do that until like June, so I'm all cool with that, unless I maybe do it with the same videos then, but I can't really be bothered. But either way, let's just get on right into this video. So these are the teams for North America. Just a reminder that there's only two spots for the next Masters event, Masters 2. We don't know where it'll be located, but it'll be located somewhere. So here are the teams which will be participating in the second Challenges event. So we have the top four from the first Challenges event in North America, which was the Guard, Optic Gaming, Cloud9, and XSET. The first four teams which qualified from the first open qualifier is NRG, FaZe Clan, TSM, and Luminosity Gaming. And the second open qualifier teams are 100 Thieves, Evil Geniuses, Ghost Gaming, and Sentinels. Those are the teams who will be competing for 2 spots only for the Masters event. There'll be also group stage as well. So first be group stage, dividing the teams into two groups and 6 teams. So in Group A we have the Guard, XSET, NRG, TSM, 100 Thieves, and Ghost Gaming. While in Group B, a much scarier group than Group A, we got Optic Gaming, C9, FaZe Clan, Luminosity Gaming, Evil Geniuses, and Sentinels. So those are the groups, and then the top 4 will be in the playoffs, so in a double elimination bracket. Whoever's in the grand finals will be in Masters. So let's just talk about the players, shall we? And here is all the players for the teams. I guess for the top 4 teams, so the Guard, Optic Gaming, C9, and XSET, they have not changed anything, not even a single roster change at all. So I won't really be mentioning them. I'll just it's just a little brush just mentioning, oh, well, nothing has really changed for those teams. First team I will mention, which has made a change, is NRG. Now, they kept some EU, Tex, and Hazed. However, they've added Ethan, formerly from 100 Thieves. I think he was benched, or he was inactive on the 100 Thieves roster, and then he left the team as a whole to join NRG, who look way better than previously, which is a great sign for them. They might be dark horses for this qualifier, or well, for this challenge, I should say. So maybe expect some surprises, I guess, from the NRG camp. They've also added Zigz, I think that's how you say, or Ziggs. I don't know I don't know how you say his name, but he will be the assistant coach under Josh RT. FaZe Clan, they have revamped the whole roster. So they kept Baby Bay and Dicey, and they've added Superman, Poised, and Poach. Superman and Poach, Superman and Poised, they were formerly from Rise, while Poach was formerly from Built by Gamers. I forgot to mention NRG. Android has been benched. As for FaZe Clan, Flyer and Larry Banks, those 2 players, nothing. Nothing to really know about those 2. So as I've been told though, so Flyer, I think he might be joining Saw. We don't know where Larry Banks is going, which is a bit of an issue, but hopefully. Oh, the guard page just got refreshed. I think it might be just the commentators, I guess, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, it didn't really matter. Whatever. All good though. But FaZe Clan have also looked a lot better now with this new roster, which is great to see. TSM have also made some changes. So they kept the trio of Sub-Rosa, Corey, and Rossi. Wardell has indeed left the team. He was a stand-in for version 1. But as you can tell, version 1 did not qualify, which basically means they are basically out of VCT, of this year's VCT season. They're basically out of it, unless a miracle happens, which I don't think it will happen, but that's alright. So they've added 7, formerly from T1 and 100 Thieves, and GMD, formerly from Genji Esports. They've looked a lot better as well than their previous roster. Bang is still inactive. I'll talk about him in just a sec. But the coaches have also been changed as well. Juvenile will be now the new head coach. Juvenile used to be a coach for a crew, a Rubzi, well, a Ruby Z. I think that's how you pronounce. I don't know, but he is now an assistant coach. Or Apex has officially left the team. I also forgot about talking about Zek in FaZe Clan. He used to be from Rise, which I forgot to mention. Whoopsies, my bad. But TSM have looked a lot better. I think Sub Rosa is the IGL, which is interesting, and they look 100 times better. So I'm really excited about that. Luminosity Gaming, nothing has changed on their roster. 100 Thieves, they have revamped the whole roster. As I mean the whole roster, I mean most of them. So Asuna is the only standing player from the previous, from the second generation roster, which is crazy. Hiko has retired and he'll be now a content creator. Ethan, he has joined NRG, which I mentioned. JC Stan, he has joined NYFU, the New York Fury team, which is basically the lead, formerly known as Andbox, while Bang is still on the roster. He's still on loan from TSM though, I must add. But the three new players, permanent three new players, is Derek, formerly from Rise, Stella, formerly from Saw, but is mainly well known for playing in Luminosity Gaming. He is the new IGL, and we also have Will. He's also, he's formerly from BBG, and he's been crazy during the open qualifiers. He's been an absolute nutter, and they've looked a lot better as well than the previous stage. Hopefully they don't go like, what was it, like 1-5? I think it was. I think that was their record, 1-5. Hopefully they don't do that again, because they do have a lot easier they do have a lot easier group than last time. We'll just say that. So at least that's a change for them. Their coaches have also been changed as well. I can't remember who were the previous coaches. But so their former coaches were Jovi and Rocket. Both of them have left the team, and now we have Sean Gares and Mike's. Basically, two amazing, I guess personalities in the Valorant scene. Mike's a former coach for Team Envy, now Optic Gaming, and Sean Gares is a former commentator for the Valorant scene that he has now become a coach. DDK, and also a former commentator who I think both of them, I think DDK and Sean Garris, I think both of them were caster duos, I think, for the Valorant scene. They have now joined 100 Thieves. DDK will be the general manager, Sean Garris as the head coach, and Mike's as the assistant coach. I think adding Sean Garris into the lineup is a fantastic addition. He has been in the esports scene for a very long time. He has obviously casted a lot of Valorant games, so he probably has a lot of ideas on how to play in Valorant as a team, and and he can definitely help a lot. I think all these players as well to become the best as they can be. Evil Geniuses, they've made only 2 changes, so actually, well, 3 changes or whatever. So they've benched Foe, who I think used to be the IGL, correct me if I'm wrong, and Yaboy Dre, he has left to go to NYFU. And then the 2 new players, we got Com, formerly from a crew, and Apathion, which I can't remember where he's formerly from, but he's formerly from Renegades. That's why I don't remember, because Renegades is like a tier 2, maybe even a tier 3 team that I actually forgot they actually have a team. I don't think they do anymore, but whatever. So those two will be alongside Busio, Reformed, and Jargimo, who is now a duelist for some reason. Even though he's actually done a really good job as a duelist player. Their coaches will still be Potter and Lin. No changes there. Ghost Gaming, a new team you probably have never heard of. So we have Nismo, who I think has been with the team for the longest. I think he might have also been at the very start as well. Koala Noob, I think both of them, I think they were there prior to 2021. They added Brock and John Cutie into the lineup during the off season. I think they used to have Ryan, if I remember, as their IGL, but he's left the team. Replacing him is a Proto, formerly from Luminosity Gaming. I can't remember where Brock was from. I think Brock might have been just a casual. So he used to came from Complexity Gaming, so he was a former Complexity Gaming player. John Cutie, he used to play for a Was it Fox Gaming in the Middle East? I actually can't remember where he used to play, but he used to be former pro player, Easy 5. Fox Gaming, there it is. Yeah, so he used to play for Fox Gaming and Easy 5. He also played a little bit for with Saw, but he's now permanent Ghost Gaming player, and you might also know him from a different pro player streams as well as their duos in competitive. Kaplan, he's basically been with the team for since the very beginning. And finally, Sentinels. They have bench Zoms from the starting lineup, so he's now currently inactive. And they've added Kenpeki, formerly from a crew. Now, Kenpeki, he has actually done pretty decently on the roster. A bit of a... what's the trying to look for? A bit of... some hiccups from there and there, but all in all, I think he's a very, very solid player. And then they've also kept Rockers. So originally Rockers wasn't in stage 1 because I think the loan or like the buyout, or I think the buyout was too expensive. But as you can tell, the buyout was I guess enough for Sentinels to fully buy him out from his Face Clan contract, and now he is fully in the Sentinels family as their head coach. I don't know if they're going to add any coaches then, because head coaches basically means that they're going to be adding more coaches in the future. We just have to wait and see if that is the case. But those are all the teams in North America. Let's now transition to Europe in EMEA. No changes a lot from this region, but so once again, 3 spots for the second Masters event. And here are the participants. So, I think it's the top 8, if I remember correctly. So the top 8 from the first challenges, well, first EMEA challenges, advance to the second challenges. Which includes FPX, G2, Fnatic, Team Liquid, M3 Champions, which is basically the Gambit Esports roster, Guild Esports, Na'Vi, BBL Esports, OG London United, and I'll get to talk about that a bit, and Ascend. The 2 teams which came from the EMEA promotions is a team called Focus, which I think has been ripping apart I can't remember what region. I think it was the Northern European team, or so like the Northern Europe region. I think I can't remember. And Big, they are back from in the promotions. And just like North America, they'll be also split up into groups. So Group A consists of G2 Esports, Fnatic, Fun Plus Phoenix, Ascend, OG London United, and Focus. Group B consists of Guild Esports, Team Liquid, M3 Champions, Na'Vi, BBL Esports, and Big. Let's now have a look at the players, shall we? Here are the players. So no changes of the first 2, FPX and G2, no changes there. Fnatic, I guess the biggest talking point during the Masters event, because Durka was got sick because of something, of a virus, and then Brave AF, he was suspended, I think, of supporting, of leaked messages of support about the Ukrainian and Russian war, which is happening as of right now. But they have kept Durka into the lineup, and they also benched Magnum. So Magnum will be in the inactive roster with Brave AF. The 2 new players is Enzo and Afghar, I think, or Alphager. I think it's pronounced Alphager. I don't know how you pronounce it. But Enzo, formerly known as Feroth, he will be now sticking with the team. I think he played really well during Masters 1. And then Alphager, he used to play for, it's a Turkish team. I can't remember the name. Let me have a look. Alphager formerly played for Surreal Esports, and I mean, I actually don't know what role he plays. I think it might be Initiator. In fact, I think. I don't know. I think it's Initiator. I can't remember, to be honest. But obviously, he's a young prospect. He's only 16 years old. Same age as me. I am terrified. But I'm pretty excited to see how he goes in a top European team, especially with Fnatic. Both are Mystics. They're staying the same. Mini will also still be the coach. Team Liquid, no changes there. M3 Champions, no changes there. Guild Esports, no changes there. Na'Vi, the most recent team to actually make a change, because legit today they made a change. So they've added Zeddy, who was formerly from One Breath Gaming, and they've replaced him, and they replaced him of Jardy or JD. So JD has retired from professional Valorant as of right now. I think he's just doing that because of mental health issues, and he just wants to just focus on himself a bit more, which is understandable. So they replace him with Zeddy. And other than that, Cloud, SSK, well, I still don't know how to say his name, but I'm just gonna say SSK because that's just easier. Dinks J and Duno, all those are exactly the same. Smart7 will still be the coach. BBO Esports, no changes there. I think they might have added Vlad, I think, during the break, but I might be wrong with that. OG London United. I'll talk about this team. That was a bit of a mouthful to say, but I think it was a partnership between London United and OG. So OG will still be a roster. So there'll still be OG in the Valorant scene, if that makes sense. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'll just show this. So OG London United is a collaboration between OG and London United. OG, that's still a roster, and I think London United is still a roster as well. No, they're not. I thought London United were a roster. Actually, I was thinking of Alliance. My bad. But this is basically a partnership, and they still have all the players. So they have four of the players who I think were still active. So, Feku, Boo, Destrain, and Molesi. They've also added Hype onto the lineup. I can't remember where he was formerly from. Let me just have a look. Hype is formerly from Alliance. Okay. They've also transferred Joint. I think that's how you say his name as the head coach. And they've also added Bambino. I think Bambino was formerly the coach. Yeah. So Bambino was formerly a coach of for OG. So he used to be an analyst for OG, and now he is part of the OG London United team, which is interesting. So that's a new team. I don't think that's going to change my predictions or anything. Ascend, they've got rid of Bone Cold and Kellis. Kellis has joined Giants. Bone Cold has joined Team Vitality. They've still kept CNET, Starzo, and Zeke, and they've added Vac. I don't know where. I think Vac is formerly from Team Vitality, correct? Yeah. So Vac is formerly from Team Vitality, while Monster is formerly from Giants. So I guess it's just a bit of a trade there between the teams. NBS and Milan, they are still the coaches. Is a new team, Focus. There's been a lot of chat, well, not a lot of chatters, but they definitely surprised me of how well they did during the promotions event. So they've Butcher, Vong, Ellery, I don't know how you say his name, Yaboy Lewis, Jugi, and their coach is Johnny Lobster, which is a fantastic alias for someone. Johnny Lobster. I checked it. That's not even his name. His name is not even Johnny Lobster, but it might be a reference to something about that I just don't know about. But that's all right. So that's a brand new team, which I think actually I can't remember where they played in. So they played in the Dutch evolution. So the Dutch is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. They played in that region, which is crazy. It does have Kuba as well, but I think he might be just a substitute, I'm guessing. Finally, we got Big. So I think there's some rumors that two German players will be joining the team. I think Caspe might be going inactive, but I don't really know about that. I don't know if it's true, but we just have to wait to see. So as of right now, they have 4 players as of recording this on the 11th of May. Obviously, that will change in the future, and I will add that in the description. But as of right now, they have Aslet, Opnox, Caspe, and Twiston, and Kundi Kundi as their coach. If you wonder, Godby has transitioned back to CS:GO, so he's retired from Valorant. He's now gone back to CS:GO. I think as a coach for Big, so it's basically just a switch of games for Godby because he also owns Big as well. So which is all fact for you. So he's now in the CS:GO roster as their coach. So that is it for EMEA. Let's now move on to Korea. And once again, one spot there for Masters, and they have 8 teams who'll be competing for that. Here are the 8 teams. So it'll be Damwon Gaming, DRX, Onslayers, so those are from Stage 1. They have Maru Gaming from a Stage 1 tiebreaker against WGS, who qualified either way. And for the other 3 teams, we got CNJ Esports, Spirit Gaming, and OWO. There's only one former participant, which is Holy Moly. I don't know what happened to them. I think the players got picked up, so they just couldn't run it. Group stage is just one group stage, so everyone will be versed in everyone. Here are the players. So I'm trying to remember all the stuff that happened. So I think Damwon Game, I think they've exploded their roster. So if I remember correctly, so they kept Texture, Esperanza, and Exi, and they've got rid of, okay, now I remember. So Eugene, Intro, Jeonghee, and Hyunhee, all of them have left the team, and they've added Bagnang. I don't know where he's formerly from, but he is formerly he was formerly from Team T5. While I think Hate is from TNL. Yep, TNL Esports. That's where he's formerly from. He also used to be in Down One Gaming, so it's kind of just a return for him in his old team. Solo, I think, is still the head coach. I think Eraser. Is it Eraser? Was Eraser formerly from? Yeah, so Eraser, he was a former coach for them, has now joined Global Esports as their coach. Calmly is still their coach. DRX no changes there. Honestly, there's no changes. Maru Gaming, I don't know who the hell they added. I generally don't, but they basically added Chabab. I don't know who Chabab is. Is that Hyunhee? No, that's not. Wait. I don't know. I think that might be Hyunhee. Is it Hyunhee? I don't know. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. It's not. And it's okay, it's not. Chabab is just another player. That was my apologies. But they have Jeonghee, Moves. I know one of them is Hyunhee. Is this? No, that's not. But it says that Hyunhee. Okay, hang on, bro. It freaking lied to me. It said that Hyunhee was in Maru Gaming, but that's not true. He's not in Maru Gaming anymore. Liars. Anyways, they have Nakji, I think is how you say it. I'm gonna be searching up a lot of players because I don't know half of like where they're falling from. But Nakji, I think he's been always with Maru Gaming. He used to be with Tubblepel Gaming, which was a weird team. Wix, formerly from Apex People, I guess like the most like recent one. And then their coach, which is Anax, he used to be from Prince, so he actually used to be a player for Prince, which is a very subpar, not good Korean team. CNJ Esports, let's just have a look up again because I don't know half of them. I think I might know. I think I might know where Moody was from, but I need to remember. Rain, he came from Straight Warfare, which is a team. Hastra, I think I said it's Hastra 14. He used to come from WGS and Maru Gaming. Moody, I think he's like more, yeah, okay, yeah, Moody, yeah. He used to come from Esports Connected, which was now on Slayers. Yeah, he's like the more famous player in our roster. TK9, he was a former head coach for Naro Rango, I don't know, and Rayop, I don't know. He actually has always been with CNJ Esports. Yeah, he used to be a head coach, now he's an analyst. Okay. Spirit Game, I don't know any of these players, so yeah, Proxy, Sun, Kiria, Sungjin, and Ixia, and we have XV, or I don't know, V as their coach, I don't know. Our WGS, I don't know who they got rid of. So they have Godlike, Han, iReady, Luke, and Sylvan, and they have Cruz as their coach. They also have Clark, who is their substitute. Now, so I don't know who they got rid of, but we'll just have a look. So I know Nugent. I know he left the team. I think so. They added Godlike, if I remember correctly. No, wait, no, wait. So this is just a normal roster. They didn't change anything. They just got rid of Nugent, I think. That's all. Am I right? No. Wait, hang on. Oh my god. Okay, I just had a mind for it. I'm sorry. But I think this has always been the roster. And I got OWO, We have Park Jong, Park Jong, Wenti, Sogate, Daegi, and Guang Ah. And I think I know these two. So Park Jong, formerly from Spirit Gaming, also formerly from Quantum Strikers, Tapu Bell Gaming, and Apex People, while Guang Ha, formerly from Maru Gaming. That's Korea all done. Let's now move on to the last one, which is Brazil. And so there's well, I guess you could say there's also two spots for Brazil because we got the Masters seed, so whoever comes first place, and the second whoever comes second place will be part of the Latin America versus Brazil playoffs. Basically, it's just like last time. Whoever wins between the second place Latin America team and the second place Brazilian team, they will be going to Masters. And here are the teams who will be participating. So we got Loud, Ninjas in Pajamas, Vivo Kid or Kid Stars, Fury Esports, Gamelanders Blue, TPK Esports, which were from the Stage 1, so Challenger Stage 1 for Brazil. And for the relegations, we got Liberty, Stars Horizon, Los Grandes, and MIBR. And then for the group, so Group A, we got Loud, Fury Esports, Gamelanders Blue, Los Grandes, and Stars Horizon. While in Group B, we got NIP, Key Stars, TBK Esports, MIBR, and Liberty. Let's now have a look at the players. So Loud, no changes there. They've been always cracked. NIP has made a change though, so thank God for this. So they benched BNJ, and they've also parted ways with Woy. Yeah. So they parted ways with Woy. That's just a mouthful for me for some reason as their coach, and they've added Zhao as their coach. He used to be a player for Vivo Kid, and Vixen, who also used to be a player for Vivo Kid as well, or Kid Stars. They were benched, and now they've joined. Both of them have joined Ninjas in Pajamas for different roles. Speaking of Vivo Kid or Kid Stars, they did bench Vixen and Zhao, and they've added RGLM and RHZ. Now, I think RGLM used to come from in-game and esports, and I don't know where RHZ came from. Yeah, so RGLM used to come from in-game and esports. RHZ used to come from Black Dragons, which is a very, very tier 3, tier 2 Brazilian team. Fury Esports, no changes there. Gamelanders Blue, they benched someone, so they benched Vinny. I don't know who Dut is, but whatever, I guess. But they've added Brinks, who is a new player to the team. I don't know a lot about him, so I don't know where he came from and everything. TBK Esports, no changes there. Liberty, no changes there. I guess you can maybe say Rafa, I think Rafa might have joined at the end of Stage 1, if I remember correctly. Stars Horizon, this actually used to be in-game and esports, but everyone left basically. So I think the remaining roster, so all this roster, so everyone here, I think was some of the former in-game and esports players. So we got Brain Rousey K1, Flames, PDR, Nanzin, and Maverick, and FX as their coach. Los Grandes, which is a new team, so they have CTC. I think he's most famous. I think he's in. He used to be like a really popular team. I can't remember what team. Is it Gamelanders? Gamelanders. Yep, Gamelanders Blue. As a stand-in. And then got Pleats, Gastina, I think that's how you say his name, R&D, and Prince as their players, and we have Isuke and Thon as the coaches. Finally, for MIBR, they have GTZin or Gettinzin, I don't know. Gettinzin, I don't know how to say the name. MNDS, Denaro, Jazz, I think that's how you say his name. Frozen. Oh, sorry, Fusion. Is it Fusion? I can't remember. I think it might be Frozen. Yeah, it's Frozen. We have STK as their coach. So they actually added Frozen, and they got rid of Teddy One. I think that's how you say his name. So Frozen, I think, he was formerly from Sharks Esports, which is a very bad team now, along with Team Vikings. But that is really about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.